According to state law, Arizona must certify its collective results by December 8th, with or without certified results from all the 15 counties. The Secretary of State's lawsuit says, absent this court's intervention, the Secretary will have no choice but to complete the statewide canvass by December 8th without Cochise County's votes included. Thus, the board's inaction not only violates the plain language of the statute, but also undermines a basic tenet of free and fair elections in the state, ensuring that every Arizona's vote is heard. So, if Cochise County doesn't certify and submit their election results, their thousands of votes from races for the U.S. Senate all the way down to state superintendent won't be counted, now nullifying the votes of the heavily Republican Cochise County. Now, that won't impact the victories of Democrats like Katie Hobbs for governor or Mark Kelly for Senate, but it certainly could impact the Republican who I mentioned before, Kiscomani's congressional victory. So as a practical matter, this protest could completely backfire. So lots of questions about what happens next. Let's bring in Mark Kokanovich, the Arizona-based attorney who's represented both Republicans and Democrats in election cases. He's also a former Arizona assistant U.S. attorney who worked in both the Obama and Trump administrations. Thank you very much for coming back on the program. We appreciate it. All right, so let's start with the Katie Hobbs lawsuit to try to force this county to certify. You heard Kari Lake criticizing Hobbs for pursuing that, accusing her of threatening Cochise County. It does sound like she's threatening Cochise County. As a legal matter, can they force Cochise County to certify?
Yes. As you said, it's the law. And the Board of Supervisors has violated election law, possibly multiple criminal laws. A former attorney general and a former county attorney have both asked the current county attorney and the current attorney general to investigate whether or not they should be prosecuted for violating the criminal law, for not doing their duty as election officials. And they are clearly in violation of the laws, as you pointed out, to certify the election. It's a non-discretionary duty that they have that's clearly spelled out in Arizona statutes.
One of the things I thought was really interesting is the county attorney in Cochise is a Republican. That Republican has told the election officials there, you can't, not only has he said you can't do this, he wrote a letter to them laying out all the criminal charges they could face, because one of the things they want to do is they want to hand count, right? And so what this county attorney has done is he's gone to them and he said, you guys start doing that, and you're going to get accused, potentially criminally, of interfering with the election by going in and messing with the ballots.
That's right. They've had their own county attorney warn them about this. They've been warned by the Secretary of State's office. They've been warned by their own election director in Cochise County. And the law is clear. And the lawsuit that the Secretary of State has filed is a model of clarity and lays out the law very clearly. And even if they're not charged criminally, Dan, they're asking for, in the lawsuit, that the court award attorney's fees and costs.
Am I right that again, if they don't, whatever reason, if Katie Hobbs doesn't win this lawsuit, Cochise votes don't get counted, then the Democrats get to flip a House seat? And the Democrats actually get to win a seat in the House?
I think it is a great example of Katie Hobbs's dedication to the rule of law that she's bringing this lawsuit. This is not a partisan issue. This is an issue between election deniers and conspiracy theorists on the one side and the rule of law on the other. Election deniers and conspiracy theorists are like arsonists who are complaining about the smoke from the fire that they started. And it is really unnerving to hear people complain now. As you pointed out yesterday, Dan, Kari Lake has said all along that she wouldn't accept the results of the election if she lost. She lost, and she's not accepting the results. It's unconscionable for leaders in our democracy to do that.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.